Hello beautiful people, it has been a minute. This is the story time about how I got 100k in debt over one night. Now this story is obviously for educational purposes. I like to talk about my past to educate people who genuinely just don't know about the things I've been through, because I've been through a lot, man, and I don't want to keep these things to myself. I really feel like a lot of people can learn from my story, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the story time. So cool, where do I begin? So you guys know how Joburg is. Joburg is a very fast city, you know, very busy, very party, lifestyle, alcohol. A lot happens in Joburg, you know, you meet a lot of people. You just have a lot of fun, man. You have a lot of fun, but you can also get lost in the fun. You can be very reckless. You can do a lot of things. So at this stage of my life, I just recently got a job, you know, I had a place, my own apartment, and I had a car, you know, not a lot of my friends had a whip at the time, or a job at the same time too. So I was pretty free. I was actually pretty free, you know, I was like, actually, you know, we can actually have fun. So then now my friend I think hit me up. He's like, hey dude, let's go to Kantari. I'm sure you guys know about Kantari. Like, hey, there's been many stories about that place, in a good way, in a bad way. People have had good nights, people have had bad nights. It's that Monte Casino, you guys know how it is. I've always, like, I didn't mind exploring it, like seeing how it is. I think I've had a few nights there and I had fun each time, so I was like, hey man, why not? Let's go. It was a 2-man mission. I'm just gonna call him I'm gonna call him Gary. I'm gonna call this guy Gary. Me and Gary are not friends anymore. Honestly, that deserves a story time on its own. Yeah, Gary's gonna have his own story time. It's just like about how like some niggas can literally use you and use you and use you, or be a snake on your back. Like just you know, those people who literally they hide their true colors and they wait until the right time to show them. That's Gary, but he's gonna have his own story time. But anyways, right now we are focused on how we lost all these racks. So yeah, we were gonna go to Monty, man. At the time I actually didn't have much money to like Uber, like, cause now that I think about it, like, it's hella expensive to move around Joburg. You know, you have to Uber to where, what, Uber there, Uber back, and it's like, even if you have a job, if it's not like paying you gang, imagine you still have to like worry about alcohol, you still have to worry about everything else for the rest of the month. You'd really see that, yo man, Uber just does not make sense. Like, you don't have enough money to literally sustain that lifestyle. Looking at it now, obviously it's a much smarter idea to Uber if you're gonna be moving around, especially if you're gonna be drinking. But back then it was not a thing. It's like, with what money am I gonna Uber? Like, I have a car, let me go there. That's how I used to think. That's literally how I used to think. So yeah, me and Gary literally we just pre-game a bit. Yeah, we'd pre-game a bit, because even now, imagine like spending all your money at the club. We didn't have that type of money at the time to literally just get drunk at the club, Uber at the club, literally just spend money there. Then no one had that money, you know, but at the same time we wanted to live that lifestyle. When you really think about it, it's really backwards. It's like, why force it, dog? Like, just let it go. But hey, when you're young, you're reckless, you're stupid, you don't think. So what did your boys do? Your boys literally went there, we drove. So we arrived at Monty, and you know, Kantari, man, it's a vibe. Like, had a good time, and now like it was like time to go. And I don't think I realized how drunk I was, but you know, like how you always convince yourself that you're sober enough, you're fine. You even told your friends like, you good to drive? I think I'm good to drive, bro. Like, I'm fine. Cause thing is, like, I've done it like a million times, drinking and driving. Haha, nothing's gonna happen. Okay, cool. So now it's literally like driving, we going, no cops. You know, we risk it all. I still don't know how we live this lifestyle, but I was like, you know what? I don't mind risking it all, bro. So I'm literally just like from literally 4 ways to Randburg, right? And funny enough, I actually made it all the way to Randburg. I was actually not very far from home, and there was like this one road where I was going down, and literally I was like, cool man, we good, because I felt like I was in control. Everything's great, right? Everything is great. Then out of nowhere, and I will never forget like this experience, because it didn't make sense. Like, it didn't make sense. Because, by the way, like, I'm not even like a fast, crazy driver. Like, those like people who like to speed and like, you know, act like it's fast and furious on the roads. Even like when I drink, like, I don't naturally drive like fast. I think I even drive faster when I'm sober than when I'm intoxicated, when I was intoxicated. But this, I don't know what happened. Till this day, I don't know how it happened. I literally felt like God said, let this happen. So this is what happened. Going down now this one hill, and funny enough, it's a hill that I never went down on, and I don't know what compelled me to go down this road, because I never usually go down this road. Maybe I think I was trying to avoid cops, because I was thinking there could be cops further ahead. I was just going straight down this like hill, and it wasn't raining. It was like in the 4 a.m. Literally going down this road, and it's just 0 to 100. The car swerved. It swerved, and the back of the car, it literally went onto like, I think there might have even been like an island in between this road. It literally went to the other side, and then it hit a car dealership, right? It hit a car dealership. And when it all happened, we were just like sitting in the car in silence. And I was like, whoa, dude. Jerry was like,
dude, what happened? I'm like,
bro, I don't know what happened. One moment I was driving straight, the next moment the car literally went to the other side of the road. Even when I tried to like do the math, do the calculations, things weren't adding up to me. And that's why I was saying I didn't realize if maybe I was intoxicated, but even now, like, that sobered me the heck up. And I was just till this day, I just never understood how it happened. I really think it was like through God's will. Like God was trying to tell me like to literally be more responsible. So the way the car was pinned onto this car dealership, basically it was like kind of like a gutter. It hits into like the fence, and not just like the fence of the car dealership. It hit into two cars. It damaged two cars as well, right? Like the front parts of two cars. I was like, cool, the car's totaled, like it can't move, right? This is the type of friend I am. I was like, I kind of didn't want Gerald to be like a part of it. I literally like if I literally did something bad, like I'd rather like take the blame for it wholeheartedly. I didn't want him to like honestly go through anything because of my irresponsibility. Even if we were there together, I don't even care if we were like even drinking together. I'm not that type of guy who just wants to like bring people down with me. I was like, dude, you don't live far from here. Do you mind walking home? I'll just sort out everything. I'll just find out everything. And by the way, like both of our phones were dead at this time. Like literally we partied until our phones died. So he's like, cool, nah, dog. He understood. He left. So I was like, he left. I let him leave. Let's go, dog. Go enjoy your life, go enjoy your day. I put myself here, I'm gonna sort myself out. So literally I sat and I just waited. I waited until, funny enough, it didn't take that long, which is wild. Like maybe the noise, I don't attract people, but there was like a couple that was also like walking early in the morning, and they saw I was like in this accident. I was just chilling. I think I just chilled in silence and I waited. I think I even might have taken a nap. Like I'm a very calm guy in bad situations. Hey, I'm not like the type of guy to overreact and be like, oh my gosh, this is actually happened. Nah, like I'm literally like, oh, this happened, you know. So that couple literally calls the towing guys. They call the towing guys. The towing guys literally, they get there fast. They basically tell me everything is fine. We're gonna take your car to this place. What. Here's your number. We'll take you home. I'm like, things were happening too easily for me. I was like wondering, okay, that's it. So you're gonna take the car, and then like they'll say they'll give the details, my details to the car dealership, and then insurance will like handle this and that and everything. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So they dropped me off home. So I think it happened on a Thursday, but obviously now we going into Friday, right? And then now like I'm at home, and the first thing I do when I'm home is just sleep. I just like, you know, when you know you're gonna be in trouble with your parents, in trouble with all the people who care about you. It's like, you got into a car accident. It's like, yo, you know, before I hear all of that noise, let me just sleep so that I can just take everything like a man. You know, you have to take it like a man. You have to take all this mishap that you've literally like done as a man. Then like my mom and my dad, we talked. Obviously they were telling me, you know, the whole chat of like, okay, my mom was just happy that I was alive. You know, my mom is usually very soft on me when I mess up. Dad, hella disappointed. Like, nah, it was bad. And we even went to the car dealership, and then he was like telling me how like I'm not gonna have a car anymore. Like, you basically messed up. And I was like, I'm okay with that. Like, I was like, dude, it's cool. If I have to take taxis again, I'm cool with taking a taxi. Like, I really messed up my privilege, so I was like, I'm okay with losing everything. Cause it's like I was being stupid. I shouldn't have been drinking and driving and doing all of that stuff. So yeah, we went to go to the towing place, right? And then we found out that we can only get the car back on Monday. And on top of that, because the car is at the towing place over the weekend, they can literally charge you for the amount of time it was there. So I was like, wait, how are you charging me and I just can't get my car back? You're not making sense to me, you know? Try your best to make sure that the moment your car is towed, make sure you get it out on the same day. Hopefully your accident doesn't happen on that weekend, or else they're just gonna charge you extra and extra, so you have to pay, you know? And at the time, like, I didn't have like that much money, so like my dad helped me out with that. So like that's still like just family and parents, and just they happy you're alive. So then now fast forward, like I didn't have to come to work. They were like, oh, are you okay? We heard you were in a car accident. I was like, yeah, it's bad night, you know, being reckless, whatever. Tell them they're like, everything's okay, great, right, you know? So I'm just like trying to adjust to my new taxi life. I was taking a taxi to work even now, and I honestly didn't mind, man. I'm really that type of guy that's like, if I've done something dumb or stupid, I deserve it. I own up to my mistakes, I don't mind. But then now, this is where it gets deep, because remember, I haven't spoken to the car dealership yet, right? So then now, insurance hits me up. They're like, hey, we need to talk. Because I remember I was asking, I was like, what should I actually tell the insurance? Because obviously I was drinking driving. Me being me, I like to tell the truth. I don't like to lie. I love being honest 100%, man. Just because I always feel like honesty really is the best policy, even if it kind of like could screw you over. I just don't like lying because it's like, dog, it happened. I did that. Like, it's the truth, you know? Like, I feel like I deserve the consequences of what I did. I'm not that type of guy to be like, I'm trying to find the easiest way out. It's like, nah, because I feel like when you find the easy way out, you don't actually learn from what you did. You basically just do it again and again and again. So you have to learn your lesson, you know? And then now, like, I was being told like I should lie to the insurance company so that I literally can claim and just say that there's something happened on the road, you lost control, and boom boom bop. But I was like, I actually wish I just listened to my gut, you know? Sometimes you just gotta listen to your gut, dog. And then now, like, the insurance inspector, very nice, very calm, very nice guy, telling me, he's like, you know, I'm gonna come assess you, and I'm gonna hear the whole story because we need to build this report. So I was like, cool. And now I was told to lie, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna lie and see like what happened. So literally this guy comes to visit me at work and I have to explain the story. I had to like literally say like I was alone, and because I didn't want to involve my friend at all. Like, I didn't want to tell him the story, so I was just like, even telling my friend like, not involved, everything's on me, I was there. Then obviously I said like I had a few drinks here and there, but not enough to get drunk and this and that, but I wasn't like out of it, all of that stuff. And then I was like making up this damn story, and then literally he's like, oh yeah, because when he started asking me the questions about like,
so yeah, what happened on that night? It's like,
you know when you're like on an interrogation and then like you feel the energy switch, you feel this guy talking serious to you and all of this stuff, and he's like,
so is that what happened?
Then he's like,
did you know that we also happen to have a camera in that area, hey? So we know you weren't alone.
and I was like, At that moment, I was like, I should have just listened to my gut about telling the truth, because I literally did want to tell the truth about like how everything went down. So I was like, okay, yeah, cool. I was drinking this and that and all of that stuff. Then the insurance literally said, yeah, cool, it's cool,
but we can't help you with all of these damages and all of this stuff. You'll have to deal with the car dealership yourself.
So yeah, cool. I got in contact with the car dealership, started speaking about the damages, because obviously like usually when what happens is some people try to run away from these things. People like to get the law involved, but people actually don't understand how deep it gets when the law is actually involved. It's a process with lawyers now. Now it's not just you trying to pay for the damages. It's literally you guys, both parties, paying lawyers to have conversations together to literally make sure that I pay, or I make sure I pay on time, or this and that. And remember, my job didn't pay a lot. I was just a flipping graphic designer, you know? So like we came to an agreement that I have to pay my debt, right? Because when they incurred, basically they calculated how much the damages were, because we had a good civil conversation, very straightforward. Like, I'm not trying to dodge, I'm trying to pay for this stuff, you know? I don't mind. Obviously I'm not racked, I am a graphic designer, I'm gonna have to pay this over installments and stuff like that. And then literally the amount that came up to was literally like 100k plus something, and I'm like, wait, what? For a fence and like the front of two cars? I'm sure those cars could probably still move, maybe, I don't know, maybe it was that deep. I was just like, wait, 100k? I'm like, what? You know? And honestly, then we talked about how much I would pay in installments. So literally I was just like, yo, I even told my dad, I was like, I don't want him to help me with it. I was like, you know what, I got myself in this mess. I literally need to learn. I have to learn what being irresponsible actually brings you. Because imagine, I was actually debt free. I came out of college, I don't have to pay student fees, I have a job, I'm clean, I have a place, I literally am set. When I look back, it's like, yo, dog, do you know how much money you would have by now? But at the same time, it's like, dog, you need to learn, you have to learn. So I had to pay a huge chunk of my salary each month over the years, and just keep putting out this thing until like I'm debt free. And like, funny enough, like, cause what killed me is now, cause remember, I kind of was already good with money because of like the past relationships I was in, like looking after like someone literally will show you how to budget and really be good with money. But now for this, I was like always making sure, like, it's like you set yourself up to struggle in life. It's like you're going now through life with your hands tied behind your back, and now you have to move, you know? It's like you have to really plan and budget your money to make sure that you always like paying for your debt, but then also just like living a grand life. And on top of that, I wasn't even focused on like making more money at the time. It actually gets deeper, but I just learned, it's like, yo man, like, don't drink and drive. You never drink and drive. It is the dumbest thing you could ever do. I'm very thankful to God more than anything. I'm happy I didn't kill anyone. I don't think I would have been able to live with myself if I killed someone, you know? Like, drinking and driving is really dangerous. Even when you think you're okay, like, we usually sell ourselves these dreams because nothing wrong happened the first time, nothing wrong happened the second time. And it's like, but we see examples everywhere, from celebrities, people we know, young kids here and there, being so reckless with their lives until you kill someone, you kill yourself, then it's RIP. But we're never really learning the lesson from others. So even through this flipping message, because at least now I'm free, I'm debt free, I'm good. Like I pulled myself out of it, but I've learned my lesson. Well, I've literally like learned my lesson about the dangers of like drinking and driving, on why you shouldn't. But funny enough, I didn't fully learn it even after that experience. Like there's gonna be even more experience after that, but I'll explain it in another video for you guys. Like I have a lot of alcohol stories that are hectic and bad. It's like, yo, you've actually been through a lot. Even while it was very easy for me to quit alcohol, it really wasn't deep, because I really saw that it was the root of all my problems, and not even just like about costing me money, but even the people that come into my life because of alcohol. Just alcohol really breeds instability, as much as like people praise it and whatever, but it really causes a lot of damage to our lives, our health. You can even see through people's eyes that like alcohol is finishing you, my boy. Your eyes are dust, and it's because of alcohol. People don't take it seriously, but it's poison, dog. It's poison. But I'm not gonna Becky clear this thing. If you can consume it in moderation to a healthy amount and never drink and drive, you're good, dog. Like you're fine. I'm not your mom. It's your life, you know. But I would really recommend, if not quitting for your health and for the benefits, because I won't lie, the benefits of being sober, I'm gonna make a video about it. There's so many benefits to being sober, I can't even begin to tell you. I can't wait to talk about it. It's gonna be a video for another time. But yeah, hey, I racked up that 100k debt, and I had to pay it via installments, via jobs that I was getting, you know, on the side, whilst in toxic relationships. I have so much to actually tell you about the stories I've been through, but my alcohol related stories are rough. The next story time is gonna be about the time one relationship actually nearly got me a criminal record. Can't wait to talk about that one. That one's gonna be a very good one. That's the one that on my poll that you guys also wanted as well. They were neck and neck, eh? But this 100k debt one won. And yeah, now I'm a free man. I'm a responsible man. I'm a sober man. Don't drink and drive. We just keep it clean, and we make those bags, make those racks, eh? Because hey, dog, you see how life is, right? Life is hella tough, you know. So make your bags, guys. COVID showed us that you could lose anything, so you kind of have to have multiple income streams right now, man. I don't think it's a good idea to just have one lane, one thing. Work with people, network with people, see what people are doing. Never come to someone empty-handed. Always have something to offer so that it can be mutual. But I don't know if you guys ever want me to actually talk about money and how to like basically move when you're trying to make money, you know. I don't know, hit me in the comments and then maybe I'll make a video on it. I just don't know if people actually want to be money savvy, because I don't know, people usually just like the dramatic lifestyle stuff, but I really think money is a very important skill that people need to learn heavily on how to make, and not just like, there's so many aspects to money that people don't have. But yeah, man, that's the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time, and yeah, peace.